And what I'm not going to do is allow anybody to give me interest and try to mask it off as love. This is what a lot of you guys go through. So tonight, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the state of women. And the state of women is this. This is what you got to understand about the state of women. The state of women is the fact that they don't know how to be women. A lot of you guys, you go around social media and you listen to a lot of these women make all these claims that a man got to do this for me, a man got to do that for me. Where's the personal in that? How come? Where's the personal at in what a man has to do for me? Where's the personal? There is no personal. There's no woman's touch. There's no personal. There's nothing. The only time they respond to you is when you start withdrawing. But there is no personal. There is no, there is no, not today. There isn't. Even the women that aren't like that, they've shown that option is available. Again, I make it my business to help individuals understand I'm not interested in pussy. Pleasure will not gain you access to no percentage of me. It won't. There's nothing a woman can say to me that'll make me drop 1% of my protocol to engage with a woman. And that is, I'm not interested in having sex with you if we don't live together. So guess what? We're not going to be dating, and then 6 months we're going to be living together. So it's going to be a long road for your boy. But in order for you to exist in today's society and have a woman respect you, you better have discipline. And I don't see a lot of individuals with discipline. There's a lot of individuals that because of a lack of discipline, it's why they get railroaded. Because of lack of discipline is why they go through all the things that they go through. And then again, on the back end, they try to make all these claims. Oh, this chick was bugging. Oh, I remember the time I don't have none of those stories. My perspective and narrative is as it is today, as it was yesterday, and will be tomorrow. You will worship the ground I walk on. Anything less than that, you get gone. The day you decide to take a break, you fired. I don't know why would anybody accept anything less, but I see individuals accepting less. Let me go left for a second and tell you this. One of the things that I see up here at 57 years old is a lot of individuals realizing that the issues and things that they've ignored when they was young did not go away. There's a lot of guys my age that women got a chokehold on their balls. There's a lot of guys my age that no matter what happens, that woman they've ignored decades of that woman saying, come on. No, I ain't using no Vaseline this time. You ain't allowed me to. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know just what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is what I see. Again, up here, right? Up here. Because, listen, 60 is right there. All right? This ain't no things going to change. Where I'm at now at 57, I'll be 58 this year. I'm looking at 60 in 2 years. How the fuck did that happen? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, 72. My man said, no sound, you idiot. It's one of those nights. Shit, everything is going wrong. Couldn't get this on. God, I appreciate that. Where was I? So like I was saying, up here, 57 years old. Appreciate that. Up here, 57 years old. Let me tell you something. I see a lot of guys trying to unglaze the glazing that the woman put on them for decades. I see a lot of guys who didn't have the perspective that I had. Like I said, make sure I say this, because 72 put me up on game. He said, we don't hear you, your lips moving, but we don't hear nothing. All right. So let me reiterate. I am not at all interested in no form of pussy. If I don't live with you, we ain't having sex. You cannot and will not be able to manipulate me via sex. It's not happening. And I see a lot of guys, and I mean a lot of guys, my age, 57 years old, got the glaze, they got a glazed traffic jam at their bunhole. Let's be clear, man. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. There's a lot of guys yeah. Do I get the pussy now? Okay. There's a lot of guys dance with these chicks when they were younger, got in bed with these chicks. Chick said, I want to be clear. This dildo and your butthole gonna be real good friends. They said, long as you don't tell nobody. Decades later, up here at 50s, they done, roasted. Wish they can go back in time. Do y'all know how many times I heard individuals say to me, man, I should have been like you. Chick act up, dismiss them. This is where we at now. We live in an environment where it's worse. We live in an environment where women don't know how to be women. They have no idea how to be women. You want to, listen, you want to know if your woman love you, ask her to give you a massage. Just ask her. Ask her to give you a massage. If she, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to, that's because she ain't even trying to set it. She ain't even trying to get that to be something she do normal. I know individuals, wife couldn't get their hands off their back. If her idea of a massage is to take her fingers and stab you in the back with her fingertips, that woman don't love you. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all, like I always tell y'all, it's the little intricate things that I pay attention to. They say don't sweat the small stuff. I sweat the small stuff. Small stuff end up being big stuff. Most things that are big started off small. I sweat all the small stuff. Been that way all my life. All that old, whatever. Whoa, what you say? You know, and I heard you say something. What was that? I don't let nothing slide. Up here at 57, I'm seeing a lot of guys that let shit slide. Lots of I just let slides. That's what I see up here at 57. Listen, I'll be 58 this year, be 60 in 2 years. Never got played out by a chick. I really don't think that's possible. I'm going to be clear. I don't. A mice could never fool a cat. Can't. For anybody to say, listen, come close. Come close. Come on. Come close. Listen up. Come on. Come close. Anybody to say, yo, that got me? No. You just went head over heels for the pussy. There's no way a woman could sucker a man unless he's a sucker. The greats don't get got. They don't. They don't get got. They don't. Ask my ex-wife. Thought she was screwing me. Found out 3 months later we was divorced. What the fuck happened? Yeah. Ask Taylor Sean Bradley. Took my business information down to child support. Still left child support court with a $259 a month child support payment. You ain't getting me. It's not happening. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. All you guys to get got, I'm seeing y'all up here at 50. I'm seeing individuals, decades of chicks glazing your hole. Straight up. But you was getting pussy though. You was getting pussy. Let's be clear. You was getting pussy. You was getting pussy. Now you all done up. She got you. You done took care of some kids that wasn't yours. Now you crying. She didn't invite me to the kid. She invited the real daddy to the thing. Yeah. What was you if he was a real daddy? Stop. Knock it off. Not happening. Not happening. We ain't into none of that. None of that. Not even a little bit. There's not 1% of my life that I experienced that. Not one. And dig this. I know individuals, I'm going to be clear. I know individuals that was like that and then they folded. Now they getting the dildo treatment. Straight getting they woman straight plowing they hole. I'm laughing at something else. I appreciate that. He said, hey, Waterhead, big fan. Appreciate that. But let's be clear. You want to know if your woman love you, tell her to give you a massage. Yeah, tell her to give you a massage. It's simple. If she get the oil, if she get into a little thing, oh, come here. Come here. You know you got a good one. But if she, I don't know how to do this. Boy, get her on out of there. Get on out of there. Hey, listen, sex massage. That's get her on out of there. If she's stabbing you with her fingertips, hey, easy. Damn, that ain't how you massage a motherfucker. Dang, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Get her out of there. Get out of there. Any chance to show affection? Get out of there. Can't show affection back. Here's another thing. If you want to know if a woman's feminine or not, you ready for this? You want to know if a woman's feminine or not? Say, girl, you cute. You so cute. Tell a woman she cute. Tell a woman that's part of the sisterhood. Tell her she cute. See what happens. If she stop playing, what time we leaving tomorrow? Because I gotta. But if she stay in that moment, this is it. You got you one. Little things. It's the little things. It's the little things. The little things. It's the little things. I'm not understanding at all, not even a little bit. I'm not understanding how none of these cats call me up. She got me. Everybody up. Listen, 2 things is happening up here at 50. 3 things. Everybody trying to get their shit together. Everybody getting married. And there's a lot of individuals trying to discharge some NAS protocol that they've been taking for years. Everybody getting married. Everybody trying to get their stuff together. And individuals is trying to act like, yo, I was never like this. They're trying to discharge a bunch of old nonsense that they've been allowing for decades. I'm not in none of those arenas. None. I got good stacked on good, stacked on good. Good health, look good, doing good, finances good. I got the goods. I'm not into none of that. I sit back. This is why friends, nah. I only got one friend. Just one. I got one friend. I met this dude. Listen, you ready for this? About 2 weeks ago, I tracked down the date I actually met this dude. May 14th, 1989. I tracked it down. I'm like, yo, I went all the way back down to 1989. I got to Fort Hood. I met him in my first stint at Fort Hood. I met him in Fort Hood. Okay, I graduated from went down to Maryland. I said I either met him. He either came that same day that I came, or the next day, that Saturday. He got to Fort Hood. I checked it out. That dude is the exact same way. Him and I, we stayed the same. Success stacked on success, stacked on success, stacked on success. We was talking today and said, people act like, I got 7 cars. People act like I went and brought 7 cars at one time. No. No. He got about 11, between him and his wife. We were just throwing stuff back and forth. No midlife crisis, none of that, this and that. Wife loves him. I see what his wife gives him. I can't have no chick give me less than that. But he's the same person I met back in 1989, 37 years ago. He's the exact same person. We just successful out the ass now. We just got it made. We just living a life. And all my other friends, we ain't friends no more. Let's just say that. I can give 2 fucks about them. I don't call them no more. Listen, you go ahead. You done did so many mess ups in life. My success now breeds animosity. That's one thing you got to realize. When you climb the ladder of success all your life, and you never was out there in them streets, you never just, I'm just going to go get a cold one. I'm hanging out with the fellas. I'm doing this and all that. Then 30 years go by and you realize hanging out with the fellas led to you meeting bitches and this and that in the street, this and all that. And you make $100,000 a year, but 40,000 of it is now going to child support. So you ain't making 40,000, you ain't making 100,000 a year. Now, when I say, hey man, I reopened up my carpet cleaning business, envy, jealousy, and envy. Hey man, I brought another BMW, jealousy and envy. But that one dude, we stayed the same. Still friends to the day. Still friends. Still friends. Life changes when you turn 50, bro. Life changes. I don't even what nobody say. Life changes. Somebody sneezed backwards when you. Did you just sneeze? Yeah. You don't ever want to be around that person again. You drop everything down to sensitive level. And sensitivity, let's be clear, will save your life. When I was slicing up my hand, when that blade was going up my hand, it severed nerves, so I didn't know I was cutting myself. The thing went to my fingertip. Then it went down here. See right there, then there, and then it went here. But my ring was there, so it went yank, yank, and then I heard, and my hand flew out like that. I was like, damn. When I brought my hand back, it was blood gushing everywhere. Now my fingers are sensitive. When I go to therapy, I got to go to therapy tomorrow. They're saying your hand, because you didn't register that the first time, when I touch this, it sends shockwaves up my body. My sensitivity is high. Like I touch that, that's why I got to wear a glove. I had a glove on earlier, but you say I got to wear gloves because my hand is real sensitive. That's the reaction to my hand saying, oh, you didn't know you were slicing your hand up with a circular saw? Okay. All right. Change the sensitivity level to super sensitive. So, ironically, I talked about this before. Sensitivity saved my life. I told y'all. I don't allow nothing. Whoa, what was that you said? No, you said something under your breath. What was that? I don't let nothing get, I never let nothing get past me. Now I'm sitting up here, 57 years old. Everything is cool. Nobody in my life that don't supposed to be there. Again, a lot of guys, yeah, I know the business that I do. And I just see too many individuals, way too many individuals hiring me for service for something that was never there. I just don't understand it. These women today, they're not women anymore. So how are you getting in relationships with them? They're not women no more. They're not. But the mere culture of women in America has allowed them to be anything they want. I seen a video today where a couple of them, it was like about three, somebody stitched the videos together. It was videos of women before they was getting married. They shout out some guy saying, I'm about to get married, so you got to come get me before like, wow. This is what women do. Women do stuff for shit curriculum now. Everything is just we don't mean shit to women. And listen, it was always like this. It's just now okay to be this way out loud. It's now okay to say, oh, I don't give a fuck about my man. If the mother can't do right for me, then another nigga will. It's where we at with women today. Women say that to me, she never finished the sentence. Ever. You will never finish that sentence. I'll bounce your ass out of there before you finish the sentence. I'm a superhero. I have a superhero complex. Let me go left for a second, if y'all don't mind. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. I got a superhero complex. I've always had it. Always saved my friends. I always took up for my friends. Everybody knew, don't fuck with him because Chris coming to get you. 40 years later, let's go to the day. When I look at superhero movies, I'm gonna pick 3 situations where I just got so much energy. You see I'm gonna pick some things out. You probably remember the movie. You see the movie Avengers Endgame, where they went back in time. They snapped the finger. They got everybody together. Then Thanos came and blew up the Avengers headquarters. And then they walked up on Thor and they said, what's he been doing? And Thor is standing there in his robe and pajamas. Absolutely nothing. Where's the stones under all this? So let's just hope he can't get them. You know it's a trap, right? Yeah, I pretty much don't care. Thor said, good, just so we all in agreement. And he puts his hands up. Now lightning comes, and when he's done, his beard is braided, his hair is braided, and he says, good, let's kill him properly this time. When I hear that, that's the fight that I have in me. My brothers made me. I'm always willing to fight. I realized that at 57, it's time for me to be loved now. I was the union rep at the post office. I was the squad leader in the military. I've always fought for people. Again, I have a superhero complex. You see this other part. When Thor arrives at Wakanda and he says, bring me Thanos. He didn't get there and say, what's up? He said, bring me Thanos. I want the big guy. Then when he killed him, he said, I told you, you die for that. Right? And I love when the good guy wins. This is why my clients often say to me, not always, they often say to me, hey man, when I be telling you what happened in court, you be getting mad. Yeah. I don't want nobody to be fucked with. I don't. It's why I do what I do for a living. It's not an accident that I do what I do. It's not an accident. Atia Bradley just didn't know the shitstorm she kicked up when she started fucking with me. She just didn't know. You see the time when Thor went to Jotunheim and he was laughing. He's like, yeah, this is fun. Just like the look I seen on a lot of judges' faces when they said, damn, this guy, he wants to be here. Yeah. I said in court and to Atia LaShawn Bradley, the next time you invite me here, tell him put the key to the building in an envelope. I'll be the first one here. I'm always ready for a good fight. Always. Like I said, I'm sitting here at night. It's never too far from me. I hear a thump or something. One of my cameras picks something up. I'm on it. It's my life. I don't want to be fucked with. I will never give somebody the edge. Before I come home, I check my cameras. Check for any notifications movement. I have 3 different camera systems watching my house. Over the weekend, I added a keypad in this room right here. I added a siren on my porch. And 6 entry motion sensors. You will not fuck with me. You won't. It's not happening. I don't want to be fucked with. Leave me alone. I just don't. What did Professor Xavier say when he was playing chess with Magneto? When Magneto said, "What are you going to do, Charles? What are you going to do when they come knocking on that door?" What did Charles Xavier say? Have a great swell of pity for someone that comes to that school looking for trouble. Yeah, I like that type of talk. No tough talk. Nah, I'll bust a nigga ass, nah, I mean. No. I don't talk like that. This is my life. I'm not going to change. What I do want to do is I want to hang up my armor. I want to retire. I would love to meet a woman. I just don't know. I know for a fact it's not going to happen here in America. This is why these things, there's nothing woman about these individuals. Let me tell you something. You guys just heard me say I have a superhero complex. Whenever I have to gear up and ready to flex on a fucking woman, I'm going to tell y'all a story. In the military, individuals call each other by their last name. I'm 6'1". This girl named Green, she was about 5'10". Green was from Chicago. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. It was a clash. Brooklyn, I can tell you something that was so profound. When I was in the military, everybody from Brooklyn and Newark, we loved each other. We was like family. Didn't meet too many people from Manhattan. Didn't meet nobody from Harlem. I met probably, in my military career, probably 30 people from Brooklyn. All right? We loved each other. But motherfuckers from Chicago, so we was in the, I probably heard the story for those who've been around. We was in the recreation room. And this girl named Green, she was a tomboy. She was pretty, thick as all hell, pretty, but she was a tomboy. Somebody said something, this and all that, anything. She had a nerve to put my name in her mouth. So I got the pool stick. I'm looking at the pool thing. She's probably at my 9 o'clock. I'm like, yeah. I let her finish. I didn't want to interrupt her with her nice little sermon. I said, when she got done, I said, check this out here. Green, listen. You're a female, right? Yeah. Stay in your fucking place. Yeah. Well, what? Stay in your fucking place. Stay in your fucking place. I never even looked at her. Yeah, I go back and forth with these women. And that happened back in like 91, 92. Y'all deal with these women that want to be dudes now. Here's what I would recommend every one of you guys do. Carry you some pepper spray. And the second you start getting into it with a chick, start recording. If you're talking to somebody on your phone and that's the only phone you got, hang your phone up, start recording. And the second that woman approach you and bump you, pepper spray her. Because y'all do know arrest and women going to prison is up. So we dealing with a whole bunch of creatures now that because they have no idea on how to be a woman, they're acting out of place. I'm gonna end this segment with this. When I was in college, I was going to college in Temple University. I took some classes down in Temple, Philadelphia. And I had met this woman online. She was a trans. I didn't know she was a trans. But when I met her, I knew she was a trans. And you know how I knew she was a trans? Anybody? By the way she walked. You know how RuPaul act? You ever see RuPaul? And they be like, you better work, darling, and all that. That's how she was doing. I met her online. And then when we met, when I was sitting there, I was already there. When she was walking in the thing, I was just watching her. And I was just like, why is she acting like that? She's acting like that because she's acting like a woman. You guys, you deal with these chicks that are acting like dudes. And anytime you act, you will never in a million years be as the original. And because you're acting, you overcompensate. So when I seen that trans, she was overcompensating. Now I was living in the Poconos. I spent the whole ride back up, the 2 hours and some change ride back up, telling my mom, it's something about her. It's something about her. I didn't realize it. It's something about her, Mom. My mom was like, what is it? I didn't feel nothing from her, Mom. I said, Mom, I didn't feel no soul. I didn't feel her soul or nothing. So you know what I did? I said, could you send me a picture of you when you graduated from high school? Send me a picture of your high school yearbook. Send me the picture of your high school yearbook. Now, this is when cell phones didn't have pictures like they have now. Like this is when we still had analog phones. We didn't have smartphones. Smartphones wasn't out. So like the dating app, very few people posted a picture on a dating app. This was like 2003, 2004. So this is 21, 22 years ago, right? So I just was like, could you send me a picture of your high school yearbook? Couldn't do it. Never seen her again. I said, oh, that's how. No way. I mean, fine as all hell. Ass, big titties, everything. I was just like, oh, something ain't right about this one. But this is how women are today. What you're seeing is women acting overcompensating. Men do not act like these women act. They want to be dudes, but men don't act like this. They're a mixture of testosterone and estrogen. So you're getting aggressive shit with no meaning behind it. Men put meaning behind our actions. But you see these women going through drive-throughs and just trashing a drive-through, killing motherfuckers for fries. Ain't no fries. They're going in and kill a person because there are no fries. You looking for reasons to act gangster? So they ran out of fries as reason? That's reason to act like gangster? And you end up in a relationship with these things? I'm going to Colombia to get me a wife. There ain't no way in hell. Excuse me. There ain't no way in hell. There's no way on this planet. I'm going to Colombia to get me a wife. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. She's gonna be like, my Colombian wife gonna be like, you come to the my Colombian wife gonna be like, you come to the you stay? Yeah, stay. Oh, we get married and you put babies in me. Yes. Yo, I'm gonna go over to Colombia and get me a Colombian woman. I'm gonna be up in the pussy like this. Yeehaw! Oh my God. Fact said, I'm looking at Panama or Brazil. I was looking at Panama. I wouldn't do Brazil. Fuck, hell no. I will not do Brazil. No, sir. I will not do Brazil. So because I think facts. You said you was in your 40s or something like that. But so uh, so so Panama. The reason why I'm not considering Panama is because of the exchange rate. You can go to Panama and get $20 hamburgers still in Panama because the exchange rate. Okay, 41 in July. Got you. But so if you do Panama, you have to do David or Boquete. If you do Panama City, you're going $1,600 a month rent if you do Panama City. So when you do Panama, you have to do, like, if I move to Panama, I'm going to David, Panama. All right. If I do Colombia, I'm doing Cartagena, Colombia, just right at the water. I'm beach. I won't do Medellin, Colombia. I won't do Bogota. I won't do that. I'm not going in. I'm staying on the outskirts. I will not do Brazil. Brazil is just, so no, I won't do Brazil. But Panama, So, but, yeah, no, hey, listen, fact says 1,600 sounds great compared to New York. It do, but you want to move somewhere where $1,600 turn into $6,000. You know. Again, if I move to Panama, I'm moving to David, Panama, which is still on a list. I would move to Panama, but it would have to be David, Panama, spelt like David, closer to Costa Rica. I would move, but Brazil out of the question. I go visit Brazil. I go visit. But we ain't doing Brazil. Brazil is, yeah, it's just too a little off the hook for me. A little off the hook. I'm looking at Thailand videos again. Thailand is looking real good. But again, I'm not interested in what America got to offer. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in what America got to offer. These women here, again, they're not women. 72 said, I'm so ready to date outside my race. Man, it ain't funny. It's just what it is, man. We live the black culture. Black culture today is just trash. And if you're not willing to be a trash individual, you there's no place for you. There's no place for me in a black like. And then fact said, I'm looking at Panama. So there's not dating apps, but there's match services in Philippines and Colombia. And they do background checks for all these women. These are not these are all doctors. These are all upstanding women that are looking for husbands. And there are individuals there that are like, I found me a wife, this and all that. So I know there's a chance for me. The one thing that the woman said in Panama, she said, you'll see a 95-year-old man with a 20-year-old in Panama. I was like, woo. Listen, let me go left and say this. There is a high rate of being used in a relationship. It's a give and take. You cannot cross your T's and dot the I's on every level of getting used. You can't, right? But if you want to act as if and like I said in a personal text I sent out to a bunch of individuals, I will not allow my legacy to be the victim of the sisterhood. I won't. My legacy will not be a victim of the sisterhood. There is no women in America is just, listen, let's go here with it. You don't mind. Appreciate the thumbs up. Share the video, y'all. Share the video. Share the video on your Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. So I'm gonna come at it like this. When you look at women today, I did a video on this about last year and I just posted it. Why are women saying nowadays, you got to take me here, you got to take me there, you got to do all this stuff? Why are they saying that? You know why they saying all that? You know why women are saying all that? Because they don't know how to say love me. Because they don't know how to love. These women here today have absolutely no idea. So what do? They pick a staggered, unstable curriculum and they run with it because they're stable and staggered themselves. This is why if you was to sit them down and you try to get some personal out of them, nothing. I can tell y'all here tonight on this 13th of April, I've known individuals 20 years and there's nothing personal about them. They're all business. They don't have nothing. They are nothing personally. Personally, they are nothing. But I seem to know everything that this person wants in a relationship. I know all the things that the person won't do. I know all the things that they ain't trying to play that. I know the fact that they got friends that somebody did something wrong to them. Why is your connection is unstable? I know, again, that, all the things that this person won't do. I know all the things I know. Why do I know? Why do I know? How and why do I know that this person they're just not for it? Meaning they're just not for it. They're just not interested in, anything other than going to work, why do I know that? They're not interested in nothing. There's nothing there personal. It's how women are today. This thing did the same thing the other day. It's like when I get an hour, after I hit an hour, the 1 hour minute mark on my live stream, it acts up. Why is it showing? Why is it showing that video, but it won't show my live stream? I just looked at another video. And it won't show my live stream. Reconnecting to stream. Reconnecting. All right, we back. Wow. I actually had to refresh the page. I never did that before. Normally it'd kick me off the live, but I don't know what happened. It was just like internet unstable. Anyway, so you just not, you guys got to understand, you're just not getting, women don't know how to be women no more. They just don't. When you had women, when you had kids that have kids that have kids, and when kids having kids having kids having kids, when do the woman ever get to blossom? When? So now there aren't women no more. That is the nation that was created when families was only created for some financial grab bag. This is where we're at now. That's the only reason why that's the only reason you're more likely to run into a woman that was created her life. Think about this. Think about this. Think about what I'm saying here. You're more than likely to meet a woman whose life in the Black community was created via some grab bag scenario than love. And you looking for love in a person that wasn't created from love. And multiply that, times that, times that, times that. And this is where we are today. I look at women that know me and wasn't trying to snatch me up, was playing me like there was a lot of me's. Now I'm like, you get the fuck on. I make sure I send out blast text messages weekly. Yeah, I'm going to find me a wife, this and all that. Yeah, and I'm not interested in you no more. You had your chance. I've been here 57 years. I'm not giving a second of my chance to the garbage that's called women today. Women today are just garbage. They are absolute garbage. You meet one that disown the sisterhood, marry them. If you meet one that publicly say something wrong with women, oh my God, you met you one. You met you one. Me, I got it all planned out. I'm getting the fuck up out of America. I'm not doing this. I'm not even trying to do this in America no more. America no more. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Here's the beautiful thing about it. When I look at videos, let me say that. And I look at videos, and so I was looking at the Isaiah show. The Isaiah show, he's over in Thailand, and he was interviewing a couple that had 4 kids that moved over to Thailand. And they were from Texas. And they were saying that they their monthly expenses were cut in half. They were like, in Texas, with 4 kids and 2 adults, we were spending about $6,000 a month. They said now over here in Thailand, they're spending about $2,600 a month. So we cut our expenses in half and then some. And then they said, now we're not making the money that we made, but we making it $2,600. We can make it happen. I'm saying to myself, I'm making like my residuals, I'm killing it. So I'm like, I go over to Thailand and open up businesses and be a mogul over that month. And like I was set wherever I go. At 57 years old, I'm gonna try not to get a retirement visa. I think I'm gonna go wherever I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on an investment visa because I need to start a business. Yeah. So the various visas, but listen. I'm getting out of here. It is amazing. Let me say this. It is truly amazing to have lived for 57 years and seen the waves of change in the Black community. We are done. It just gets worse. Listen, I said this 10 years ago. Everything gets good at what it is. Unfortunately, when worse gets good, it gets worse. People don't understand that. They don't. There's a perspective and narrative about people. They don't understand that. They don't get that perspective. Everything gets good in time. And unfortunately, worse gets good too. Unfortunately, when worse gets good, it gets worse. And people don't understand that. So if you are looking around now and saying it's bad now, and you think bad doesn't have a bottom. It don't. Bad does not have a bottom. You have a bottom. Bad does not have a bottom. So if you know like I know, get the fuck out of this country. It belongs to corporations. This is why it's going the way it's going. Too many corporations are in charge. And wherever corporations are in charge, families don't have a chance. They don't. Remember the old mom and pop shops? What happened to them? Walmart took them over. Came in there and said, oh, you know, there's a town, Smithfield, Virginia. Smithfield is about 40 miles from here. And when I 1996, when I first came to Virginia, I was visiting, of course. I had went through there. And I remember probably 1996, about 2 years ago, I went through Smithfield, Virginia again. It looks exactly the same. And I remember I stopped in at one of the stores and I was like, yeah, this is, it looks, as a matter of fact, actually I had an accident out there. And I was like, man, it still looks the same out here, blah, 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 blah. And a lady said, yeah, they wanted to bring a Walmart out here and it didn't get approved. I said, yep. A Walmart will suck a black hole in that town. When you go through Smithfield, Virginia, when you go to Smithfield, Virginia, it is the exact same. I'm sure it was like that since the 1800s. It's a town, listen what I'm getting at. It's a town without any large corporations in it. So when you go there, it's friendly. You just feel the friendly when you're there. You feel it. It's so what I'm saying to you here today, the United States has gotten turned into business. Now Trump, and this is what everybody's crying about. He's clamping down on businesses. You know, he's clamping down on businesses. Um, the problem is he's not going to be in office forever. And the one thing that we need term limits on our Congresses. We need term limits. For these individuals to be in office 20 and 30 years, look, I don't care no more. I gotta tell individuals I'm voting Democrat, and I'm only voting Democrats who motherfuckers can meet their demise a lot sooner. I'm tired of the slow pace. Individuals just want to be idiots. Okay, I'm gonna vote Democrat. Help get you going up out of there. That's what I'm. That's what I'm gonna do. Help get you on up out of there. So, but listen, I'm about to get on out of here, man. I definitely, appreciate you guys for being here, man. It's 10:35. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll probably come on tomorrow night too. Just come hang out at night and just drop some jewels, some daily jewels of what I'm talking about. But again, I'm gonna tell you again, like I started this thing off. You want to know if somebody loves you, have them give you a massage. May seem simple. See if they grab hold on, let me set it up nice for you. Let me get my oils. Let me do that. If they just and just be stabbing your back with their fingertips, they don't love you. I have listen what I'm about to tell you. I have never met a woman that loved me enough to give me a massage. Never. I think my ex-wife did. Let me take that back. I think my ex-wife did. Yeah, my ex-wife did. Yeah, let me say. Yeah, I think my ex-wife did. Yeah, I used to. Yeah, she gave me. Yeah, my ex-wife. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. My ex-wife. Everybody else that I dated, couldn't even ask them. I could sit there and be like, "Oh, my back." I could have went straight, bitch. Oh, my back. You need to go to the doctors. They that fake care and shit. You need to go to the doctor? No, I need a massage, bitch. Shit. Put some hands on my back, bitch. Oh man, I crack myself up, man. I really do.